Galactic Contact, Video 2. What are higher dimensions? In this second video of the 10-video Galactic Contact video course, where we learn how to channel ETs, in this video we take a look at what are higher dimensions. So why is this important? People use the word dimensions all the time, and 95% of the time they're using it incorrectly. People will say, I entered an alternate dimension. This being came from another dimension. So dimensions are very important, and when it comes to understanding the experience you're going to have when open contact fully arrives and when you communicate with a higher dimensional extraterrestrial being, if you don't understand what dimensions really are, it is going to be it's going to be extremely bizarre at the very least, if not outrightly frightening, if you don't understand what dimensions truly are. So we take a look at what higher dimensions are in this video, and we're going to take a look at, first off, what are dimensions. So we talk about how dimensions are not alternate timelines. They are not alternate universes. They are not densities or probable realities. So a lot of times people will throw these words around in the same sentence and they're trying to mean the same thing. They'll say densities, dimensions, alternate universes, alternate timelines, and they think they're talking about the same thing, but they're not. Dimensions are something completely different. So we end up taking a look at in this video that the conflation between alternate timelines with dimensions, alternate universes. We're going to talk about how all of these things can exist within the third dimension. So if we're talking about something outside of the third dimension, then things start to get very interesting. We're also going to be talking about densities. These are the 7 densities according to the law of 1. Why do I throw that in there? Well, because, again, people throw out the word 3D and they mean third density. So third dimension or third density, do you know that there's a difference? There is a difference. We're going to take a look at it. So what is the difference between alternate universes and probable realities? We're going to take a look at that. I'm going to tell you what I learned the first time an ET said to me, "You are a probability," and why that's different from a probable timeline, why that's different from a dimension. We're going to take a look at what dimensions actually are, and we're going to look at the properties of higher dimensions and what is different between the first 3 dimensions, which have very specific frequencies and properties, and what happens from dimensions 4 up through 12, and why there is a big gap between the two. We're going to understand why we go from 3D to 5D instead of 3D to 4D. Again, third density, third dimension, fourth density, fourth dimension. What is the difference? We're going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be explaining to you all of the ways that you can test to see information out there about extraterrestrials, about UFOs, how you can determine whether or not they're telling the truth. And the people that are either lying to you, are mistaken, or have been given wrong information, or who's just out there consciously being a disinformation show. I'm going to explain to you all of that. All of that can be found at contact.thunderwizard.com. That's where you can get the entire video course, and I've just uploaded this one, Galactic Contact 2, What Are Higher Dimensions? And this second one is probably the most important in terms of preparing yourself so that you understand the experience of higher dimensional extraterrestrial connection and communication. And it's going to be the densest one. It's going to have the most information. Once we get to Galactic Contact number 3, which is creating interdimensional portals. Now you're going to have the understanding of what is going on, what an interdimensional portal is, how you're able to use that, and why it's necessary to create an interdimensional portal to even have successful communication with a higher dimensional being. So all the fun stuff is going to happen after video 2, but video 2 is the most important in terms of understanding how all this can even take place and why open contact is already here, but 99.99% of the human population don't know it yet. It has everything to do with understanding higher dimensions. So go ahead and get your course at contact.thunderwizard.com. Thank you very much. You can learn how to channel ETs there, and I look forward to seeing you as we ride the interdimensional, higher dimensional wave that is hitting us. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.